Hi everyone, now we're moving on to 2-point perspective practice. If you haven't already done 1-point perspective, go back and start with that. All right, so 2-point perspective is very similar to 1-point, but there's a few more steps, so we're just going to walk through that. There is my finished drawing with 2 forms. I actually add a third one. So again, your mechanical pencil, your white eraser, your ruler, and of course that nice 2-point perspective purple worksheet that's in your kit. And just like 1-point perspective, we're going to start with drawing our horizon line. Mine is in pretty much the same place that it was for 1-point. All right. But this time, because it's 2-point perspective, we are drawing 2 vanishing points, and they should be close to the edge of your paper. And I'm labeling those again, just to help keep me straight. And this is for practice, so your vanishing points are right there on your paper, but a lot of times your vanishing point will not be in the same paper that you're drawing on. So we're going to start by drawing a vertical line for the front edge of our form. Just that first front edge. Because everything is going to be based off of that first edge. So mine is pretty much in the center of those 2 vanishing points. It doesn't have to be. And then you're going to draw your orthogonals again. But instead of from corners, we're going from the top and bottom edge of that front line that we've drawn. And we have to go back to both vanishing points. So you should have 4 orthogonal lines coming back from that first edge. And I'm drawing my orthogonals pretty dark here so you can see it better, but I recommend having a lighter touch with the orthogonal lines so they're easier to erase. Now you're going to draw 2 vertical back edges. So these should be parallel to that front edge. And I'm using the whole width of the ruler just to make sure it's parallel. You do not have to, but maybe for the first shape, it might be a good idea. And here's where it kind of changes from 1-point. You're going to connect the top corners to opposite vanishing points. So if you think about it, they're kind of crossing over each other. So we're taking that right-hand point all the way back to our left vanishing point. And it makes a lot more sense once you see it there. I'm going to drag us back. So it makes sense now as a 3D form. You're probably familiar with a shape like this. So they're going back from the opposite corner to the vanishing point. And now, just like in 1-point, we're going to erase the orthogonal lines. And I'm speeding us through that because you don't want to see me just shaking the camera. And there you have it. And now you can draw more forms. So I kind of go quickly through this, but it's the same idea. You're going to draw 1 vertical line. And I'm kind of keeping it, you can kind of see the shadow of my old orthogonal line. And if you're thinking about this like a street corner, the bottom of those shapes would end at the same place. But I am making this form taller. And the angles are going to change because it's in a different place in relationship to the vanishing points. And I drew my orthogonal straight through my other form. I can always erase later. And now you can see I'm trying to go back. I'm drawing those other orthogonal lines, but because of where this form is, you're not going to see them. But it's good practice still to draw those points back to the opposite vanishing point, because that's a place where you can get confused pretty easily. And now it wasn't in that first picture, but I am going to draw one more. Nope, I guess I'm not. I thought I drew one more form there, but you are welcome to. I actually recommend it. You should draw more forms for practice. But that is it for 2-point perspective. You can do this in your sketchbook now and turn it in on canvas.